Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Let Us Look at the League. I'm Lawrence Mangenje. So ahead of the new Chawonza Premier Soccer League campaign, new year, new expectation, new coach, a new executive, everything is new at Dynamos. But will the old glory days return? That is the million-dollar question in the blue half of the capital. And to help me answer that is the former Dynamos captain, the legend himself, King Murape Murape. King Mura, thank you for joining us and welcome to Let Us Look at the League.
Thank you for the invite.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, so Secretary Gondaita, there is everything new is new at Dynamos. Kuna new executive. There is a new coach, Genesis Mangombe is back. Everything is new. There will be a new captain following the departure of Emmanuel Jalai. As someone who bleeds blue as a club legend of Dynamos, what is it that you are expecting as far as Dynamos is concerned for the 2026 Chawonza Premier Soccer League season?
I think this season, 2026, we are expecting a better season than last year. I think better performances and better league position come the end of the season. Maybe fighting for honors. You know, we just want a different season than the one that we had last year, and it wasn't a good season for everyone. You could see even some of us on social media were pressuring the executive that was there then, you know, to do things that can make Dynamos great again. So this year we're expecting a better season from Dynamos.
You're expecting a better season from Dynamos. And when you left in October 2024, you probably had some issues, respectfully, that is, with the then executive. It's now no longer there.
Yes.
Like chamaizama kuwaoneso kuti no kana club yedu ikaenda yakadai so zvinotifambira chinoita chinopa chakazoita kuti mimi muzonge muchiti no, respectfully, let me just walk away from the club.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I think it's professionalism. If you are Dynamos and mafamba maenda kunze, kunotamba ma international matches, how do you carry yourself? Because Dynamos is a very big brand, it's a very big team, well known all over the world. And in Africa, we see ourselves with takasangana ne the likes of Kaizer Chiefs and Ali, my big teams and Sundowns. Dynamos is in that range. Maybe because maybe atina mari zvedu kuno, but kana uchirepresent Dynamos, this is how you have to see yourself. So my problems takano encounter kuBotswana, you know, previously taita kune zvimwe zvaitika zvasiri zvebhora. But then we had a chance as Dynamos maybe we could have gone far in the Confederation Cup. But the way the things were done were very unprofessional. My living conditions, the behavior of the team manager then, the son of the board director, Bernard Marriott, he was the team manager. Yes, but his behavior, team setup, Mukembi Momo wasn't what is expected of a Dynamos manager.
I just say Ari Nkoma, maybe just to elaborate for the benefit of the viewers and those.
I think he's just a team manager. Maybe it's not his role. You see, we cannot go into my details. Mfana is still learning. He needs to grow, and unengo in entitlement. But at the same time, what we do, kanatiri within a team setup, it affects the whole team. Isusu tongofunga kuti mari zawo dzanozongokuti vanhu vanofana kupinda muground vonowina bhora, but there are many factors, psychological factors. Kwamabva kuhotera muri kuwirirana here, muri kugara, how's in the environment, the atmosphere, zvamuri kudya, all those things. So you go tiri kuBotswana for those 2 weeks paipa chikafu chaitoita chekutengwa chichibikwa somewhere todya, you know, those kind of things. Then I think the day before the match ndopatikazonodya kuCrystal Lodge. You see, but tantaita 2 weeks tiri kuBotswana. You see, but you find kuti izvozvo zvino affect.
Maketa 2 weeks muri kuBotswana imimi. Chikafu chichibikwa chichiunzirwa ma players kuti.
Yes.
And then muchiti mangwana ndopa mune game ndopa mukazoenda kotewo mukanodya iko.
Yes, yeah, that was the younger second leg, man.
Younger second leg.
Yeah, younger second. But say first leg we had 1-2-1. We had 1-1-0.
Yeah.
Then second leg, pampani ma complaints manje uti apana wanga ucomplain pani wakamborwara, you know, that kind of thing. So executive first game vakazhinji vakadzoka kuno kuZimbabwe, then vakazodzoka for the second leg. Then pampani those complaints ndopa vakazoti no team gaichuya pa inodya pa Cresta Lodge Botswana. At least ndopatikazodyka the day before the game and on match day.
So how disappointed were you kuti zvinhu zvese zvaitika? Because mimi, for someone who have seen it all, you have been there on the African safari, you know what professionalism is, and the Dynamos is a very, very big club, and it's a big brand in Africa because like you rightly said, Dynamos might not have the resources like getting Sundowns, but Dynamos are former Champions League finalists, which makes them a big club. So how disappointed were you and did you try to address those issues with the leadership?
Yes, we tried many times, but Kantambane Zesco was nongotangira Botswana chete, even when we played Zesco Botswana, and when we went to Zambia, we faced some challenges with the executive and would try, you know, for me, having represented Dynamos in 1998, we go to the Champions League final. But when I was young then, I was 18 years old. But pane zvinhu zvataiona zvaiitwa zvaita kuti team ite seende kumberi. That is from the management. And Mudara Mariot, Bernard Mariot, then he was Secretary General of Dynamos.
And he knows all those things.
He knows all those things. For us to get that far, nzira yacho inofambwa sei, my chicha itika. He was part of that journey. Then also 2008, takasvika kuma semi-finals under Deputy Mandugora. May he so rest in peace. We also had a very good executive then, Ipapo Yangainana Patson Moyo. They did well. Takanosvika kuma semi-finals, pane zvaitwa, zviri professional. You know, you taking good care of players, making sure that my players are kugara pakanaka, and there's unity amongst everyone, from the executive, technical team, players, support. You see, football, results are away when you work in isolation. Mushimakamirira kuda unongedzera vamwe kuti avo ndo vanenge vari kuti pamuri toona isusu patikuleka. Come and address. Because we are a team. Because you cannot be looking at us tichita zvinhu zviri wrong. Wakamirira kuti antu zvichazovadzinga next month. But so you don't need also kuda results. But a healthy team environment is where we tell each other the truth. Coach apa pari wrong, apa coach apa daimade, so executive daimate so in this way, title in this way, I think it can bring my results to the team. Because my results atifano kuti ndedu teseke when the team wins. Team yauna 3-0, very ball. The minute the team loses, the executive says no, Isusa, we are not part of it. You see, Saka, we expect kuti kubva kunesa kuma supporters yako. I remember those days also with supporters. Kubva we have been one big family over the years. It's only recently whereby Dynamos has got different branches in a body. Rine zvaro zvarinoda. Rine kune executive ine zvayo zvainoda. Technical team ine zvayo zvaroda, but then we go to my players, vane zvavo zvavari kuda. You go to my supporters, vane zvavari kuda. But all these takes my stakeholders and kutaura. Vanhu vari very important for Dynamos success. Hapana anofana kushora chimwa. Tese tofana kudanana, tofana kuvakana. Zvinoita kuti results are ground. And this is what has made Dynamo successful over the years. Maybe even paika for 1963. Vanhu vanga vati vakomana vanhu vatema ngatisangane titambe bhora pamwe chete. Obviously pamba ni administrators patime yacho, pamba ni vanhu vaitamba bhora, pamba ni supporters akasupporta the idea kuti iende kumberi. So that's what's lacking. Kutana de kuti sawane ma results vanhu vakutariswa face manje kunzi ndiya mutsuku ere akaita semupfupi ere murefu ere, but we don't need such things with Dynamos. Dynamos needs everyone anoida to contribute to the success of it. Then success of Dynamos is not about me. woza chi ndini ndo chawana munhu wese anongonza kuti security guy chatomuzwa chiti ndini ndakazonodaiwo. But you see at Dynamos you need ndisu. Ndisu takazonodai, ndisu takadai, this is what we have done. It's all about us, it's all about we. Saka izvozvo ndo zvandoona zvinofana kuchinja at Dynamos if you are to bring back what made the team great. So nyaya professionalism ndandataura, then the culture part of it. What is the Dynamos culture?
Indeed.
You see, we might look at it in a different way. My former players but my former players, you need them. Look at Manchester United. Today we are happy. We have never been happy for a long time.
Takabata big win.
Takabata big win is Zuru.
Yeah.
But who's coaching the team?
It's a former player.
Michael Carrick.
Yeah.
He knows Shinodiwa mu system. He knows my results in Manchester United. I know I say. But now we are not saying Dynamos they should always employ my former players. But you need those who wakafamba nzira iyo to be part of zvinenge zvichiitika. So that and kana vanhu avo vaengagwa, don't say uyu ari kuzvita kunge anoziva stereki. No, muzivi wenzivo pari vari ndiyechi
ndimvamboya.
Yes.
Matara nyaya culture King Mura, the Dynamos culture. What is the Dynamos culture? Like, how does it feel like to represent, to wear the iconic blue jersey? Like, psychologically, you know, shape as a player to know what right. This is Dynamos. And what is the Dynamos culture? I'm not trying to say that as a former player and legend of the club.
Yes. Dynamos culture is honest. Chekutanga. Team iri kusetwa. Handiti. Handisi kutarisa kuti player ndowirirana nayo. Kana kuti hama yangu kana kuti chi. We have to be fair. Ari kugona wiki iroro kutraining ndiye anofana kutamba. That's one. Dynamos culture. Zvandataura zvezvi. Board. Handitika. Executive. Technical team. Even my supporters. These stakeholders. My supporters anofana kuita ma representative avo. Anomirira anonosvitsawo vane nyaya dzavo. My supporters. Already board, executive, technical team. We must sit down. Then they choose my representative and over my supporters. Those who are all over Europe. They are the supporters association any representation. You not know gara it so that they know what to tell them. Guys, vision team yagadai. My expectations a team go are A, B, C, D, and we're expecting to win the championship. But is this route one everyone is buying into? And then the board is board is not task executive. Those are two executive you task the technical team and but line no fana ngeri one. And it coach aruda ma players aruda mampa ma players against aruda and it executive irikudawo mari yekuti take my players is the man available yekuti my players are kudiwa because the things that are happening to Dynamos now where we saying culture iriku aisisiko because my coaches ene zvari kuya kana usina kutambira Dynamos unobvuma kunzanzi ku Dynamos kuite ma trials because uri kuda basa because ku Dynamos it's a big team. Dynamos should not be having my trials. Isusu kudhara chereza culture Dynamos ndeyekuziva kuti tukuda angachigona bhora gore rineri ndiani ndi anzani soccer star tobgoso Washington ndo vatikutsvaga ndo vaitsvagwa neDynamos the best players handiti tatadze koko tinonotora kana kuScotland tinotora kana kuHighlanders taizviita kudhara handiti but now Dynamos yakunzi akuDynamos kutoende matrials kune 100 players 200 players ziri kutraina hakuna naningi yes it works because atina ndo zvapo panguva ine but kudhara it was taboo kunge pane zvinhu zvakadaro kunzi imagine Sundowns ana Pirates kune matrials people have to be called up for matrials wakaonekwa kupi wakaidentifywa nani then you are recommended to the club but kwete kuti club inorecommendwa vanhu 50 vanhu 100.
Do you still think Ngoma could it is still every player's wish to play for Dynamos?
Yes, it's still every wish for every player to play for Dynamos, and it's still also very attractive for coaches to want to coach Dynamos, because no matter what na Simba Bora, na Hard Rock, na Scotland, Dynamos is still the big boy in the Zimbabwe Premier League. Ndisu Dynamos ndo chibaba chebhora reku Zimbabwe. And it saka everyone wants to be associated with Dynamos. Apana singadi ungari associated with Dynamos, but Dynamos yacho zvatrukuita zvacho zvinozoita here kuti vanhu mumwe anenge achitoda kuuya but arinozogona kutadziswa pamwe kumbozonza iyo shamwari uko kuri kupiwa mari nani uchabva wanyanya kuda kuDynamos chi like for example even myself ndakasvika pastage yekuti for right now handizve Dynamos beta ndimboita se ndimbosi ndangoidawo ndi from afar but kunzi ndikushandira Dynamos pari zvino ndakatomboti mira ndimboita se ndimbomira but mumoyo pane kakuona kanenge kachingoti but kuDynamos kuribo kuDynamos but kunoda zvinhu all things well the things have to turn out in a positive way. The environment has to be healthy, not toxic as it was before. Because now there's a new executive and it's looking very professional from what we have seen from afar. Season asati yatanga. But from what we have seen and what is happening, I think we're expecting the good times to come back at Dynamos.
Mambotore mimi nezo leadership and ku Dynamos kune ownership structure iriko whereby Bernard Marriott is the board chairman and majority shareholder. Do you think that ownership structure is working for a club like Dynamos?
It's not working. Why I would say so? You see, the ownership of the club, it needs funding. It needs to fund the club. And then pani funding yeyoyo ndio ndoita kuti team itese iwane ma results team iende kumberi and but inini what I think maybe the board chairman Ndara Marriott must do, yes, now there is a good executive yatase yaiswa. How do we go forward from now? Because partial sponsorship here maybe not going on the 2 years. Because the mandate of this executive is to look for what? For a sponsorship. Yeah. Right. The sponsorship might be 1 year, might be 2 years, might be 3 years. But each pera for the sponsorship. Paino pera, maybe we will be successful, maybe we are not successful. Are they going to continue? Because ownership here ina mari. And as we at kutariswa kuti chaita mari pambera. And it better maybe team yeswa zvinotaura zvepastock exchange. I don't know how it zvinofamba sei. But we have Anasakunda, we have vanhu vari interest vane mari. Anditi ane zvona Manchester na Radcliffe vakapinda. Kuna na Chelsea kuti kuona ma-American uya akauya akaisa mari. So Dynamos ndo zvinodiwa kuDynamos. There should be a big investor anouya ane vision yeDynamos. Oti inini I'm going to put my money into Dynamos. Then my operations ochinja. Maraniro anoitwa team ochinja. Anditika maappointero anoitwa vanhu ochinja. Because as vanhu vanenge vanhu vari kupenda zvokuti uyu anoziyana naningi uyu anoziyana naningi. But zvine mari zawo here. Ona because bhora richazotambwa na 3.
Ra 3 rotanga.
Nhasi togona kuwina. Are we going to win consistently for us to be champions again?
Yeah.
Because you find kuti ana Scotland havasi kuresta. Ana Chicken havasi kuresta, ana Simba Bora, all these other clubs, they are also beefing up. Yeah. They are also doing something to make sure they participate maybe among the expected champions like for 2026. And isusu Dynamos, are we doing enough to make sure we bring back the glory days? It needs the money. And so I hope Ndara Marriott, for the good of the club, for our health, vanhu Dynamos vakawanda, nyika yese iri kuvhara timu ikapinda. Saka vanhu vanoda Dynamos for utano hwedu takawanda. Anditika. We need something. We need ngapaite mumwe munhu wavanofamba naye ona iwe even wakasarone ma percentage o maybe because team as much as antinotaura zvakawanonzi amari kuti azire whatever happened kuti team izonzi iye ndiye major shareholder we should respect that anditi but now he needs to do something
the
right thing chinoita kuti team because team inofadza vanhu vakawanda inorwadza vanhu vakawanda ona saka toda kuti nyika yedu igare ichifara saka ngapaitiko zvinhu zvinoita kuti nyika igare ichifara.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of people who claim kuti Dynamos King Mura Dynamos does not survive without a shining star. Pana no believe kuti Dynamos iri kufire pari zvino panofanira pane munhu watinoti ma players ese are important but tikunoona ningi. In your case imimi you are a legend of the club, you are a crowd favorite. Kutozonzi king itori title yamakatopiwa because
atakatokreaterwa so mukaimbirwa ground mutsagire ruwe rwake aimbirwa
mutsagire song yake akauyawo Evans akapisa akaimbirwa futi song pakauyawo perhaps B1 to a certain extent Emmanuel Jalai. Do you think Dynamos can survive without a player anangachinzi tikunoona ningi?
See, Dynamos, the thing about Dynamos is Dynamos make heroes, Dynamos make stars. And this year itogora tukanganwa kuti Jalai akabva mai manje tatoona umwe mfana pano umwe right back ari kutorwa bhora zvakatoipo mfana anga ari kupiko atambobvira tawo that's Dynamos. Dynamos is never it makes masters depending ne my generations asiyana anditi but at the same time there's good talent out there yekuti if the conditions are right, the environment is healthy, zvinhu zviri kuitwa professionally and zviri kuitwa in the right way, there's going to be a star that is going to come out, a new name or new names
are going to come.
Yes, new household ndo manonzi ma household names
indeed.
Ari kuuya Dynamos adipererwe nema household names. We always create those ones. Yes.
Recently appointed chairman Mr. Chawonza vakambouya panapa vakagara pachair pamukagara ipo vakataura iwo kuti for Dynamos to move forward we cannot exclude former players. Former players are critical in the direction and speed of Dynamos.
Yes.
Do kutaura kwakaita Mr. Chawonza vaitosuggesta iwo kuti my former players should be involved in the day-to-day running of the club.
Yes.
And the former players should not struggle to have access to the stadium whenever Dynamos plays.
Yes.
Is this something that you agree with, and how better do you think that idea can be executed?
Yes, I think I agree with Mr. Chawonza. He's always been someone who's been professional in how he conducts his business. Vice chairman, remember previously, and we worked together briefly before he left. And he also left because of these unprofessional tendencies that usually crop up at Dynamos. They usually crop up. Right. Now, kuti vapo nezvavari kutaura Mr. Chawonza. I know there are people vari kuDynamos kuti vane former players avasingade kuona. I don't know kuti anenge akatadzirwei neformer player yoyo. Maybe just bona umwe munhu kuti maybe arongokuona so pangongobwekana newe so kuti munhu maybe spiritual I don't know. Angoti munhu andimufarire but hauna kana chawakambomutadzira hauna mbomutuka. So on that one I support what Mr. Chawonza is saying, but he's also going to convince the board. Then also the board board redu we know it's Mr. Marriott no board. Ndakanzwa recently vakaisa Mr. Chimbari. He was co-opted into the board. Congratulations to him. But what we want now is from the board to give direction kune executive. Executive is asking kuti ndoda kuengage Murape. Ndoda kuengage Moses Chunga. Ndoda kuengage whoever those who played for Dynamos. We are needed. Must structures, be it kuma juniors. You find kuti ma juniors yacha former player adikuonekwa ku Dynamos. But some of us takakura kubva kuma under 13 chitambira ma juniors achiziva kuti ma juniors anotambira anotrainera kupi. Right now ma juniors eDynamos anotrainera kuGlamour. It's not Dynamos. Ma juniors eDynamos anotrainera kuMbare. Ndo saka chinzi Dimbare ka. Hainzi Glamour. iDimbare.
Saka
Muruona ma juniors edu tufana kuaona chitrainera kupi kumbare handiti tufana kuona inini ndaka identify wana Kuda Mshemei. Kuda Mshemei is a Dynamos legend and is a great player, midfield maestro. Wangona na Isaac Nema handiti vachibva na Kuda Mshemei pachuyana Clayton Munemu ana Biggie Zuzi handiti kana Isaac Nema ndataura these were former players indeed. Vaingoti vachipedza kutamba bhora vakuita macoaching avo vaibva vaiswa kuma juniors to provide inspiration, because you cannot say a 13-year-old boy at Dynamos can get inspiration from someone atoro anono oro mumwe munhu akatambirawo imwe team. Yes, maybe zvinogona kuita, but let's look what's happening all over the world. We have got ma legends a club anenge akatamba for this ma teams aya. Carrick is come back to Manchester United. And we heard isusu kuti anunzanu Darren Fletcher vari coacha ma juniors. And vanenge vari involved some because these guys they are the ones vanopa direction, vanopa not direction in terms of administration of it's totally different.
In terms of the football.
In terms of the football, the technical expertise. Inodiwa ipapo kuti ma results awa ndindukuza kuti mfana ne 13 years ezvinezvi ku Dynamos anofana ngari ane skill yakadai, so it type yakadai tototangira ipapo patoita selection yedu. Ona pachasvika 17 inini I played for Dynamos first team when I was 16 years. 17 years I made my debut for Dynamos. Ona 1997 nandiri mwana wechikoro.
Indeed.
Saka ezvinezvi to find that talent there's loads of work that needs to be done. And we definitely or I always say we did because I identify as Dynamos.
Indeed.
Dynamos needs also. You see, they need my former players to be involved somewhere. Even at executive level, there should be a former player in that executive. That was the norm Kudara. That was the norm Kudara na George Shaya vakatomboita ma chairman. Or else the chairman muna asina kutamba bora, vice chairman obvaita muna akatamba bora. But let's say chairman muna asina kutamba, vice chairman maybe committee. And as a committee member, let's have 1 or 2 former players. They provide insight yezvinhu zvinodiwa ku ground. Kuti pari kutaura vanhu kuti guys pamukutaura izvi muri prioritize, but why don't we look nezvinhu zvakadai? So because Dynamos kunzi zvinhu zvinge zviri right. It's not kuti isusu tauya takapfeka masutu or tataura nyaya dzonakidza newspaper. No, it's tawina here game ra3 ratanga na 3 and tikuwina here tarwa 10 mawina here akatedzana. Isitaizviita izvo. Handiti tawana 5 mawina here akatedzana. Handiti taenda here 20 games unbeaten. You see, saka izvi ndo zvinenge zvakakosha, ndo zvinoita kuti even iwe at executive level or the board level vanatsogara kana ku VIP kweko kanatsoita se vakarelax because ma results haawanikwe ku anowanikwa ku ground. But saka zvese zvatiri kuita should be in support of the technical department, which are the coaches and the players. Ndo kunofanira kune priority hombe kuti are the players happy, are the coaches having all the resources that they require for them to execute their duties avo, for them to come up with a strong team, my training sessions, you know, all those things. Yes.
Matara nezve development at grassroots level. And Mimi, you are someone who's actively involved in football development, having worked at Rio Betis Academy, and now you are at Heritage Rio Oviedo Academy. You are involved in the development of youngsters. But unfortunately, or regrettably that is, we're still recycling the same players over and over. So where is that talent going?
Yeah, it's zvinhu zvinorwadza for my coaches, because now you find that my age groups now is up to under 18. Now when it gets to 19, you say academy muchakwanisa kumaaccommodate. Matomurumura. Aindo kwaenda achaenda kunotraya kune mamwe mateams havanatsomuziva pamwe mateams kwaikuya, then his talent maybe atozopedzisira ane mapezi ake mazano kwane zvemadrugs vanichi. Then the talent is lost along the way, because when it comes to football development, not every player becomes a great player at 16 or at 17. Pane vamwe some are late developers. Mumwe andozoratidza the full potential maybe at 22, at 23. But maybe kuma 17, 18 years angatori band wokune vamwe. By the time they get to 21, iye pamwe ndiye atopamberi. You see, but now tikuzovashayisa mukana. Because anezenga, you know, imamsisi naye. Then also what's lacking before the coaches or before the young players at 18 vazoenda, do we have enough investment in football development in Zimbabwe for us to make sure kuti tinawo vapana vacho vari kugona vakawanda vari kuzikanwa? Do we have, we don't, when I look at our football landscape, we don't have enough investment. We don't invest enough. No one is, Vashoma are willing to part with their hard-earned monies or sponsorships. Could same development. But now I want you to look at Morocco and how much they've invested in junior structures, youth football development, grassroots. And you go to England and the successful nations, you Spain and let's read. But TSM Zimbabwe tine vanhu vari educated zvakanyanyisa stereki, vanorizivo zvakanyanya, tine makambani mahomba anoziva, tine vamwe vari involved mumabhora musports. Anditika, are we all doing enough? Because zvinozongosarira kumacoaches ndo vanenge vane vana ground. Macoaches haasi kugona. Anditika, but coach uya maybe is a volunteer coach. Ari kutotadza kubata kana 150 pamwedzi. Urikuona ari kuzongowanawo maybe ka 80 ka 100 kekuti aiti ararame. So coach paachienda kutraining, even prepare training yake ari 100% here coach. Because ane dzimwe nhamo dzimwe dziri kumunetsa kumba uku. So patofana kutotangira pa investment. Ona kuti as maybe football academies. Ngazvitoonoma muZimbabwe kunzi ma football academies ari kuwana ma sponsorship. Ona because ku grassroots ndo kune nyaya if the foundation is weak, apana ine tikuona mvura yakanaya pa foundation anonzi akawaka ku wetland. Uona imba iri kufamba anditi foundation haina kuita sei? Haina kumira mushe. Saka kuti kumusoro kunakidze kumapano ane ma 21, 18, 19, 22, 23 vanakidze bhora remuZimbabwe. Panofanira kunge pane investment iri kuiswa kupi? Ku development. Funding itoriko kunzoko ma academies they get funding. Anditi vanobva kunana football association FA. We should look at these things because tese vanhu vari very well informed in Zimbabwe. Anditi takatozvitarisa tinotozviona zvirichi, tinotozviona zvichitoitika kunzi no, but ma academies are registered. Anditika ma facilities vari papi pavari kushandira, is it a safe environment inenge ine vana? That's what we need more, kuti ngakutange investment ngaiiswe, so that for example isusu we have Heritage Rail of Yetu Academy and right now we went to Spain last year for a tour and those guys asked me a very important question. How many coaches do you have? First it was how many age groups do we have? I said 6 age groups. Right? How many coaches do we have? 4 coaches. They laughed.
Okay. Why?
Vakaseka vakati amusati
serious.
You are not serious. Because each age group must have at least 2 coaches. Very assigned to that age group. If it's under 8, makoshema under 8 ari 2 ndo achashanda nevana gore rese. And ndo basa ravo avachive kuti ndofanira kunge ndikukocha under 16. They are focused because ari kuwana mari yake inoenderana naye for that age group. Ni basa rake. And also when it comes to feedback, pane feedback yaka iri right. Because uri concentrate ne one age group. So their recommendation was, if you have 6 age groups, you must be having 12 coaches.
Okay.
But makata kuno kumanje 12 na coach ya. Hamuna sponsorship. Anditika murikuraramo zvamurikuita zvamurikuita zvisina funding, zvisina vanhu vari kukusapotai. You see now. So for us kuti tiproduce ekuproducer vanhu vari kuzobuda vanhu vanogona, but it's not enough. Talent ririmo rakawandisa muZimbabwe. Anditika but it's being lost because of ma structures edu mamirira akaita. takaenda kuDynamos izvozvi kunoti each age group inofanira kunge ne2 macoaches vanhu vanobata musoro vanhu vada kuita sei toiwana kupi mari iyoyo muri kuona.
But those are the basic requirements.
But those are the basic requirements. Antodiwa kunzi apa pane football academy. Let's do that. So if we don't copy and paste what's happening in Europe, then we are grooming vana vedu isusu kunoku kuti vazonokompita nevana vanenge vabva kuEurope. Anenge ari an advantage ndiani. Isusu obviously territory we are behind. I want you to have a look at Zimbabwe born players that were born in UK, vakazvarwa kuEurope. You can see by that the talent is there, the technical ability is there, because ma structures avari kukurira vachitrainwa kuEurope. Anditika vanenge vachiti kuri kuitwa kuEurope hakuna shortcut. Hakuna shortcut. Zvinhu zvinoitwa ine way right. Vana vedu vachiexposwa, support irimo. There is loads of sponsorship. Ma tournaments akawanda vanoitwa exposing vana. Regional tournaments or national tournaments. Anotowanikwa ipopo kuti kwacreatwa ma provincial teams. Vanhu vanenge vachitoziyana. It's a chinhu chiri kuti guys, when you talk of development kunoda investment yakakura. Kunoda vanhu vari dedicated to that. Kunoda ma departments akatomirira kuti what's happening kuHarare. Vari kutoziva kuti what's happening kuBulawayo. Anditi takaenda isusu patikaenda, I told you kuti patikaenda kuSpain last year ipapa pato. Takasangana nomwe mwana pa airport yeku Real Madrid. Ndoti ku Real Madrid, pa airport yeku Madrid. Muskana, she's 14 years. Anga ne parents ake. Anditi so isusu patasvika pepe toda kutsvaga ka connection manje. Tasvika pa Madrid airport, we wanted to look for a connection to Oviedo because we had to take a train, my tube trains to go to Oviedo. So while we are looking, they see us wearing Oviedo, pakanyorwa Oviedo. Amai wacho wabva uya. Hello, how are you, Oviedo? My daughter plays for Oviedo. Your daughter plays for Oviedo? Yeah. Tatoita conversation paper. Now, they were coming from Madrid. They stay in Oviedo. Oviedo in Madrid is like Harare Guero. Anditika. Vaka fly, baba na amai. With their own monies. Anditika. Kuenda ni mwana. Kuno mwana yari ma provincial team. Anditika. So my provincial teams are every month. Vane ma cycles avanoronga. Vana vave ma select, because ma select teams vane vana vano select. Mungava muzvikoro kana vangava ma academies. Vanenge vari good vano select, because kune ma officers anofamba pasi, and these officers, some of them are former players. Vanoenda vachino identify talent. And then talent rare runs maybe at district level and at national level. But look, these parents vaka fly. Kuenda kunosupporta mwana ane 14 years. Imagine vari to invest money. It's money coming out from their pocket, not very sponsored. Avari sponsored. Imari dzavo dzavari kuburitsa vachinoenda. But kuri kucreatwa ma tournaments. But munomu vabereki vedu anditi vanotoda help. Because takasiyana nevanhu vari kuEurope. Anditi we should be having more sponsors. Vari kusupporta ma grassroots initiatives. Vari kusupporta youth football. Mparenda akazotiwo ega one mari yake andogona ngokwira bhazi rangu ndiende pagwero apa. Ndogona kukwira bhazi rangu ndienda vana vangu vari kutamba mangwana. Because zvinhu zviri organized. Mune timetable. Mune muchiziva kuti vachazita. So this is what we need. Because football development is holistic. It mustn't be chinchatongo uchingori easy chongoti vana tongowanganidza tova kocha zvatova kocha. But it's not enough. Pane nutrition chachaya. When it comes, our players they struggled. Takasvika first 3-4 days. Chikafu first day in fact takatosvika ana pastor. Chikafu chache chekwakuya an athlete anditika mwana anotambira academy. Haabvumidzwe kunwa fizzy drink. Haanwe Coca-Cola. Kandokura kari conditioned from 9 years. Kuziva kuti ndinwe Coca-Cola. Chikafu chake chaanodya kana mwana enyaitwa sign up for the academy. Mubereki makutopuwa diet yemwana yewe. Mwana haachadya chikafu chine cooking oil. It's either steamed food, grilled food, or boiled food. Ndio kudya. Mwana haachadya, so ari kudya chicken. Ari kudya fish, white meat only. Beef, beef atambobvira tasangana nayo. Anditi isusu our players they ended up folding my 11th off. Vakati vakaenda kweko chikafu yekurestaurant because they were saying chikafu hachizhi hachisi kunaka ichiku hachinake hachitese handiti. They would call ana vana vedu vamwe vatete afamba nawo vanenge vari exposed kudhara because vanombofamba nevabereki vavo handitika. Vanoordana naMcDonald's anani vozoya vodya later to compensate for chikafu chaasina kunatsodya chaicho. But you find kuti itori culture yevanhu yekuti development haisi kuitika pakukika bhora chete, iri kuitika kuti waise chii mukanwa mako, time yekuresta waenda kunoresta nguvai, how many days are you having. Then you find kuti isusu wakuZimbabwe kuno I'm happy ZIFA yakaisa bhora all year round. But also we need schools also to start accepting that because I'm not sure if bhora ratotanga so maybe zvishoma zviri kutamba zvikoro vazhinji maybe communication hasati yasvika handika. But now mumaacademics umu nemuzvikoro matinenge tiri nevana the amount of training iri kuwana mwana handika. Isusu maacademics vazhinji mwana anogara uchitungwiza, mwana anogara kumabhuku, mumwe ndiwo kuMount Pleasant, mumwe ndiwo kuBorodale. They cannot meet during the week by geographical location yavanogara nekuchikoro kwaanoenda matimes akaita seyakasiyana. Vana vari kuzongosangana Saturday vobva vatraina Saturday 1 hour or 2 hours. Vana ivavo vari kuita 4 hours or 8 hours of football pamwedzi. But for someone to turn professional you need about 10,000 hours of perfecting your craft and of practice. Now isusu kuti mwana wayo ari kuita 8 hours for example and because achazotraina Saturday chete or the Saturday vachangotamba game pa 8 hours by the end of the year mwana wayo anenge ane maybe 64 hours of football yaatamba, saka achasvika pa 10 hours rini. You see, so that's why kuna Europe vanotoita zviya zvemagrid kuti mwana anogara muBorodale kunoko haafana kuonekwa achinotambira team iri ku for example ngatiti kana kuAvondale and by distance and because vanoziva kuti vana vanogara munzvimbo it's either pane mubereki achatanga kudriver 40 kilometers every day kuti mwana aende kutraining and saka vanoiswa mazonzi aya ekuti vakacreata masystems ekuti inini ndofana kutsvagira mwana wangu academy muarea mandogara handiti. Muzvikoro matiri vana they playing football every day. So these are some of the things that we need to improve kwedu kuno zvakawanda. We can talk about this maybe for hours and hours but zvinhu zviri kufanira kunge zvichiitwa. Another thing ndonyaya ndikutaura yetraining. Isusu at our academy now we have 3 days of training during the week because that's the recommendation that we got from Oviedo and so tine vana vedu pachikoro they train vari muacademy they train 3 days during the week and on the weekend they get to play a match and so vanokwanisawo from outside vanogara mudhuze we always invite them to come every day because the more they play the more they improve. On the less they play the less they will also what to
improve.
Interesting. Let's talk about Stars, King Mura. In 2007 you ruled the roster and you were crowned Soccer Star of the Year in Zimbabwe. It's one of your highlights in terms of your career as a footballer. It's a very proud moment for you. Do you think the Soccer Star of the Year award is still as prestigious as before? And if not, what needs to be done, especially on the selection process?
I think this one is my journalist. My journalist kwamuri tokumbira fairness.
Okay.
You see, because kune vamwe vanovhota through my influences because anowirirana nani anombombo 50 pavanombosangana ndiani saka mudhara apa tichavhota veve make sure kuti mufana wenyu anenge aripo. But these are the things that we need to move away from because football chinhu chinotambwa munhu wese aitase achiona handitika. Let's be fair with regards to that and I think for me I haven't seen anything chandakati hapana chiri fair chiri kuitika. I'm just encouraging the media guys, my journalists because ndime influence ombe.
Sorry coach, atisitega tovhota handitika tisakawanda zviripa pano handitika but every captain of PSO team anovhota 18 team 18 of the captains, they vote. Similarly, all the 18 coaches, they vote as well.
Okay.
In terms of,
So matuta votes mune makamira sei. Imi mune big number.
it isn't a big number.
Okay.
But every captain ano vote.
All right.
And every coach ano vote. Saka, does your advice...
Sandu advice haifana kugumira ipapo. Ma captain usati zvoni because ndaitamba naningi. Better way daite soccer star. Tese totoziva kuti ningi ari kugona bhora gore neri ndiani. Let's follow my example anetwa na Europe. Kunana England, kunana Spain, kunana Italy.
Yeah.
My players, it's our duty to I know for the past is ana Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Anditi. Unoona pamwe Messi achiza kuti ndakavhotera Ronaldo. I competitor yangu kana kuti you see. Zviriko, we cannot move away from that. And we can just encourage kuti my coach, my players, my journalists, please. Vanhu vari fair chingoita zvinhu zvirichi? Zviri fair. And I think Washington deserved to be Soccer Star of the Year last year. And for the past few years, I think vanhu vawina, they deserved to win because surely vanhu vaishina. Vanhu vataiona vachicontribute to their team's successes. And this is what we want to continue seeing. Zvingogara zvingori credible. Zvisabuzobuda kunzi no pakafeverwa paifana kuwina. I know kuti isusu kwedu Dynamos fans they were crying for Jalai
to win.
But I can say inini as munhu Dynamos no Jalai because Dynamos were fighting for relegation. And obviously Pampasina consistency in terms of the team play.
Yeah.
Yes. The captain should be started Captain Jalai akazotanga kuoneka second half of the season team ichenda, and he was the standout player at Dynamos.
Yeah.
Not standout player in the league.
Okay.
Yes. So I know kuti pakazonzi first choices.
Yeah.
Anditika masupporters anongoti tovhotera wani.
Where do you?
Yeah. You see, so it's that's the beauty of football. Tiratidza zvinhu zvakadaro, inosangana nezvinhu zvakadaro.
Indeed.
Yes, but I think Washington really deserved to be Soccer Star of the Year.
To be Soccer Star of the Year.
Yeah. And then my next question to you, King Mura, is a question which can be answered by every footballer in Zimbabwe. On this day, 12 months ago, that is a year ago, we ushered in a new football dispensation led by one Mobile Magwizi. He was elected into power as ZIFA president on this day a year ago.
Yes.
12 months into office, what do you think about the tenure of Magwizi as ZIFA president?
Yeah, I think for me, he has done well. I'm one of the former players who endorsed Magwizi during the election period. Right? And he has brought in professionalism, right? Yeah. Stability. Yes, there are shortcomings, because in new industry, I say, yavakapinda, and he needs support from vanhu vaari kushanda navo. He needs support from us. My stakeholders are kunze, or everyone who loves football or are involved in some way. Mune zvirikuitika zvinechekuita nebhora. I think we should try and support him for the time yavaringe vari muoffice, because he's done loads of things. Vane partnerships ava creator. I know the results are not yet really tangible. Asati akubatika, and kune vamwe vanenge vachidawo maresults kuti angobatika ipapo. But I can say for me and many others, Mr. Magwizi so far has done a splendid job. But taakuda kuti achisumudzira manje from zvavaita from the initial year, and maybe tenchiti igorere kuita say maybe it was a learning curve. Kuti no boss munhu asati amboholda that office, that big office. Boss uri amai ka, anditika wambenga uri amai vane vana 2, but nezvane waamai vane vana 100 vakawandisa. How do you manage vana vese kuti vagare vari happy? How do you manage kuti vana ava bring a success to the nation? Because at the end of the day, what we all want is success when it comes to our national team. It's success when it comes to our football development issues that there's no funding, and we want to see it coming. We want to see also even my former players very involved in those, because former players provide inspiration, whether we like it or not. They provide inspiration, especially my grassroots and youth football initiatives. Ku Premier League and but I've seen also that ZIFA, in terms of Chawonza, recently pane girls tournament yakaitwa, and even pane boys tournament also yakaitwa last year also again. So my initiatives are right, which we can build, but they mustn't be 1 or 2 per year. And we need many of those that can expose my players to my levels. I'm playing for my provincial team, I'm playing for my district team, I'm playing for my national team. I'm now aiming to play for Dynamos, or I'm aiming to go to play my football in Europe. He has done well to bring that. Also, even the diaspora. We have a diaspora community, which also he has tried to engage. And we also want that diaspora community. Isangoshanda chete neZIFA. Kune ma-academies anonida their support. Kune zvikoro zvinonida also their support. And I think Mr. Magwizi has tried to bridge that gap. Now it's up to us, isusu vanhu vacho vari involved, vanhu vari kuengagwa. Ndakaengagwa inini ndiri kuti here ndaengagwa ini radhiri rangu. But football is a big cake. If I want to do things on my own, then we are not going to have success as a footballing nation. Because techida kunyangira ona zvinhu zvebhora kudhara vanu maprogram ainzi ebhora ainzi buda pachena nemasoka stars. Anditi bhora ngariburitswe pachena, zvinhu zvechekuita nebhora hazviwandiswe. It must be out there it must be accessible to everyone. And also we are happy also nema coaching courses avaka introduce. Because tantani time Zimbabwe, I did my CAFC in 2015. And for 10 years we waited. 10 years we waited. No course whatsoever. Yaka initiate to benefit. Which is an CAF B and a CAF A. And many of us, my former players, we felt kuti takavharirwa panze. Nevanhu vanga varipo those days. Panguva yacho. But we don't need that. Let's allow people to learn. Because the knowledge ini ndakaziya ndega, ini ndindoziya ndega, ndichaita sei. Vana varipo apa pane vana kana 100 vadokochwa, ndikavakoche ndega. Anditi. Saka we need that. And as my coach taona ma coaching courses akuitwa. Let's empower and also let's respect my former players. My former players we have played kuna vanhu vatamba bhora kusvika to highest level. Kuna na Europe. Those people get away. Anditi. Maybe akutangirawo pa CAFC. Pa coaching pages ake. We are not saying afane kuenda ku level 1. And iye pache zvakanozoenda, because kudzidza, if you want to be a successful coach, you have to learn. You have to improve yourself every day. Saka izvozvo tokumbirawo kuti ishani pane vamwe vanenge varipo vanokwanisa kukocha ane CAFC. But anonzi titomboda kuona kunonzi chi Premier League even as an assistant coach. But now for some of them as my former players auchashanda waregeza bhora rere. And unofana kuti wozoafoda course maybe we know how it is, bhora reda ribhadhare zvekudaro. And but tofana kuti vanhu gavadiwo vanhu vanenge vakacontribute ku football yemuZimbabwe. As players, guys, my former players kuda kana 20 vachauya apapa. Vachanga vari catered for maybe by ZIFA. ZIFA maybe can look for partners. And vanozopa that thing. Then these people become my officers, maybe ZIFA, identify talent in different provinces or different districts. But tuwatemba Mr. Magwizi kuti you take a notch up what he has done the previous year in his first year in office. Now we really need to see zvichiitika on the ground. Not zvichingotaurwa zvichinyora, zviri kunyorwa, good words, everything zvinakidza kuverenga kana tichiona. But now we want to see that also on the ground in a big way.
And then lastly, coach, Sektora Kondamboita, it's a new season for your beloved Dynamos. I can see the enthusiasm you have when you talk about Dynamos. You refer Dynamos as us, not them.
Yes.
Because you feel you are part of the Dynamos culture.
Yes, halfway and ever. I got security. I always ask to be in the ground, but I will always be Dynamos more than maybe you are.
More than Washington.
Yes.
Yeah. And then 3/4 of the players will be playing for Dynamos this year. Lastly, coach. There are players who have no idea of what Dynamos is about. How heavy the badge is. What is your advice to every new player who's going to play for Dynamos in the 2026 Chawonza Premier Soccer League season?
I think the more chinchakakosha per player, it's confidence. Yeah, you've joined Dynamos. You must be confident enough. Unofana ngotoni zvindi zvacho kudhara kutomboenda watoenda training koko unotambira Dynamos. Confidence it what makes you great. You see, you must be yourself. On those andikataure then culture zvezha. Culture I think is the work ethic that you put in. Ku Dynamos isusu yataiti maybe zvatonzi kana ndataura nambotaura paipa pamashure kuti culture taiza kuti tofana kuwina tofana kudaisa anditi. But it's out for us to be successful. We had to be the fittest team in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
And it.
Yeah.
I was at watching Mama to trainer say. What am I saying when I'm saying we have to be the fittest team in Zimbabwe? It means Pantuko end up training. Per 2 hours, I'm going to put 120 or 150 or 200% effort in everything. But when the sprint, it's a sprint. And it. Parkunzi jump is a jump. Parkunzi boys tapeza training, go and rest. I'm sure those days kudara the successful Dynamos teams, you never used to meet the players in town.
Okay.
That's wangosanga nesi ku town. Waisanga nesi ku gate.
Only.
But to get pa ndatoenda pa den. Ndaroza ndatenga mabanana angu you see kwangu sina ma activities akawandisa like zvako. Ezvinezvi kwane zvakawanda zvinonakidza kwane mafoni kwane there's a loads zvakuitika but if you are a Dynamos player and if you want Dynamos to be successful, stay focused. And it. Siana ine zvimwe zvekunzi kana madrugs kana drinking. Inini I started drinking 2016. Ndakaregedza bhora 2014. And in 2015 end of 2014 ndo pandakaregedza bhora. Ndakazanga kunana 2016.
Okay.
But all my career I never used to drink. Because I played for Dynamos. Because I respected Dynamos. I knew what was expected of me as a player. So I had to take good care of myself.
Your body.
My body. You are right. Yes, Panama games, in the later years, maybe towards the end of my career, after game, Teta window out. My winner, after a good win, you go out with your mates. You go maybe 1-2. But Monday, they mukira copy. Mandi ndamukandega ndotoenda kukopi neboys dzangu ndobata neboys dzangu toenda mukopi tonorwa 3-4 rounds kutendera but it's not easy. It's discipline. Iyo boss ndaburitsa doro rere rakari chinwa nevamwe isu vamwe vanga vasinganotengoza kuti mafara yatikaita nezura yaya I have to go and run so that mangwana pandozotanga training ya coach I'm fit enough. So I believe kuti vapano varipo mazano ma youth edu akura mazano autokura ne confidence zatakakura tisina kudhara isu zedu dzaizowanika watomo muground. But mazano my youngsters they are empowered even from kubva kudzimba unongone confidence. So for them to be successful at Dynamos I encourage them kuti vasiye zvinodhaka kana pana anenge achiita izvozvo kana anga achizvita ari kuteam yaanga ari Dynamos is a big team. It doesn't need zvakadaro because it needs total concentration. Mari dzavo dzauye nokuti musi wese andozokuti nasi ndopate game ndopachazondoona no. It's what you are going to do now between pre-season and right up to the end of the season. Mozonwa muna December kana mafunga zvekunwa. Yes. So ndo advice andikape ma players ari kuita it's not kunonakidza kutambira ku Dynamos. Ma results anonakidza but ma results aya anoda sacrifice. You have to put your body on the line. And it kunatsoshanda chaizvo zvine simba. Isusu see pane ma team yedu yakambonzi. I think team yedu yakakompewa ne generation yakudhara is 2008 that I was part of. Nekaina na Sadomba na Majabi anachi. That team was a hard working team. Yanenge ne ma grafters akasimba. But yanga ne talent. We had very good players. Then you look at the team yatika wina 4 league titles on the trot, 2011 to 2014. Vazhinji vanhu vaiti no team yapasuwa haina kids haitese, but we could get my results. You see, my results aiuya nei. It's the amount of work that we were putting behind the scenes. And it has ononekwa muteam onzi ama average player, but my average airova mateam kwete zvekutamba. Tairova mateam. Zvaibvira ku the work ethic yatinayo behind the scenes. We would wake up, Napaswa would wake up to go to gym. 7 o'clock, everyone would be in the gym. And it got 8 o'clock, half 8 tabuda gym. Tine training rutanga na 10. Tono trainer up to 12, we go for lunch. Half past 2, 3 o'clock, we are back at training. You see, so you can see the amount you could Dynamos with some results away. You have to work hard.
You have to work hard.
Yes.
Well, that was former Dynamos captain Murape Murape advising the players in the blue half of the city, talking about a lot of things. Chief among them, the need to work hard and be disciplined for glory days to return in the blue half of the city. King Mura, it was a pleasure having you on Let Us Look at the League. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, my brother, for having me around.
Yeah, so that was former Dynamos captain Murape Murape taking us back into memory lane, talking about what they used to do and what needs to be done now for glory days to return to the blue half of the capital city. That was Let Us Look at the League. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode.